is run by a bunch of investment bankers, and Morningstar's tools help make it.
I'm here with Dan Werner, equity analyst here in Chicago. Dan just gave us a rundown of what happened with the Canadian banks this quarter, and right now we're just going to focus on one thing, M&A. Dan, there's been a lot of activity lately.
Yes, obviously, since the Canadian banks can't merge with each other, the large Canadian banks can't merge with each other, they usually look either for other non-bank acquisitions within their borders or bank acquisitions and non-bank acquisitions outside their border. The most prominent one has been the M&A bank acquisition by Bank of Montreal, which Bank of Montreal closed in mid-2011. So when they first closed that deal, they took a large credit mark against M&I because of its poor loan quality, and so far that seems to have been a very conservative mark. By the end of 2012, all the integration costs, there are still significant integration costs to be realized, but it looks like it's going to be a good deal for Bank of Montreal and should be a very, very accretive deal. For National Bank of Canada, they recently sold its asset management group to Fiera Scepter, making Fiera Scepter the third largest publicly traded asset manager in exchange for 35% of Fiera Scepter with an option to go up to 40%. It kind of goes in long line with what we thought a national bank was going to do in terms of building its wealth management going forward. For Toronto Dominion, they haven't done a deal since mid-2011 when they bought the M&A Canada credit card portfolio. They have been rumored for several acquisitions, particularly in Florida, but they have yet to pull the trigger on any kind of deal. Bank of Nova Scotia recently completed its acquisition of Banco Colpatria in Colombia, which kind of fits in line with their moving into higher GDP growth countries, such as Colombia, which has a GDP of approximately 4.5%. And they recently announced a deal for a boutique energy investment bank called Howard Wild in the southern U.S. Lastly, CIBC had completed a 41% stake of American asset manager, American Century Investments. They haven't done anything since then, but we would look for them to do more wealth management deals going forward.
Great. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.